So I've had a lot of people ask me why. Why did I do this series? And to be quite honest, I kind of wondered the same thing myself. I had this great idea in January when I'm laying out the year and kind of what I was looking at for Daymaker gifts. And I thought, oh, let's do this motherhood series and we'll call it Motherhood Unfiltered. And as it started taking shape, I just loved all the different topics and kind of what I just felt my creativity kind of doing, and God kind of showing me different things he wanted to do with it. And then I got neck deep into it and I went, what the hell was I thinking? I am in this incredibly emotional season of motherhood. I am what I call the bird launching season. I'm about to launch my last bird from the nest, and it's not easy, guys. It's really, really emotional. And there's a lot of reflection and there's a lot of looking back, and do they have all the things they need, and did I do all the things that they needed, and just reflection of what this next season for me as a mom and a woman looks like. And so it's a lot of uncharted territory, and I found myself in this really emotional state as well. And so this series, while I knew it was going to be an emotional series and we were going to touch on some topics, I did not quite expect it to be as emotionally heavy and overwhelming as what it was for me individually. So if you have felt your emotions rise to the surface during this, please know that I definitely have as well. You're not alone in that. However, the main reason that I wanted to do this and kind of what sparked the idea is there's a lot of companies and businesses out there during this time of the year that, send out the emails, hey, if you want to opt out of our Mother's Day emails or whatever, it's a hard season, please let us know. And I get it, and I understand the sentiment. Mother's Day can be a really hard season for a lot of people. It was for me for many years, so I understand that. But this year I wanted to kind of do something different, and I wanted to face some of these hard topics head on. And the reality is that motherhood can be kind of isolating, and even though moms are never alone, that doesn't mean that they don't feel lonely at times. And so I feel like it can be isolating, and especially because it's really hard to be vulnerable with our feelings of regret and our feelings of guilt and our feelings of, oh my gosh, I'm failing my kids, and I've lost myself as a mom, and I don't know who I am as a woman, and do I have all the things I can take? And it's just such an emotional piece, and it's really hard for us to be vulnerable. Excuse the wind in Colorado in April because it's messing with me. But basically I wanted moms to be able to, I wanted to face these hard topics head on, because I feel like sometimes if we shy away from them, then it just adds to the isolation and the feelings of loneliness. And I wanted to be able to face them head on so that moms knew, hey, you're not alone. I'm not the only one feeling this way. And oh my gosh, there are other moms that are going through this. And so that's kind of the reason why I did this. I want to let you know that the coolest part of this is I have a really great group of international friends that literally span the globe. And I reached out to them and I said, hey, I need pictures of your moms, your grandmas. And I reached out to many of them for their stories on motherhood. So a lot of what you see in the blogs on childless moms, or moms that have lost their children, or who do not have kids yet, or have struggled with fertility issues, the single moms out there, some of the moms of little quotes, a lot of the things that you see in there and the stories that you see in there are from them. And the pictures in a few of our videos and our reels that we've done on social media are also of, they span from Australia to Singapore. So it's kind of cool. And as I got all these pictures, I literally have probably over 100 pictures that they sent to me over the last few months as I was preparing for this. And the one thing that really struck me with these pictures is that picture of motherhood is so beautiful, no matter what country, nationality, race, background, culture you're from. That picture of motherhood is beautiful. And the love that a mom has, I believe in my heart, is one of the most powerful forces in the world. And it's so evident in those pictures, even for those that are from a different generation or a different culture. It's just a really cool thing. And so I really love that piece that got added to this series. And so I hope you see that in those videos and those pictures as well. It was really an honor that they shared them with me and that I got to share them with you. And I really hope you got to see that piece. At Daymaker Gifts, we are basically in the business of caring for and celebrating the people in our lives. So part of this, my vision and my goal for this series was not only for moms to not feel alone, but it was also for me to bring to the forefront of our minds that it's the people in our lives that truly make the difference. And it's the people in our lives that are what get us through those hard seasons. But also, moms, you are some of those people that deserve to be celebrated. You are those people that are making an impact. And the seeds of love that we plant as moms live on way after we are gone. And I wanted you guys to see that. And in those moments when you're in the trenches of motherhood, you don't always see that. You don't always know that that's happening. And you feel overwhelmed and you feel completely and totally like you're failing your kids and you're not hitting the mark. But really, truly, at the end of the day, you're planting seeds of motherhood or seeds of love for your kids and for your legacy. And they're going to live on way after you're gone. So I wanted that to be something that also came to the forefront of everybody's mind, is that you see that you are, it's the people that make the difference. It's the people in our lives that help us get it through. It's the people in our lives that we travel this journey with that make our journey colorful and exciting, and the adventures and the stories worth telling. They write our stories. But you moms are also one of those people that deserve to be celebrated, and you are also one of those people that add to other people's lives as well, even those that you don't even realize you're doing. Even those women out there that aren't, maybe you didn't physically carry a child, but you have cared for somebody else's, your nieces, your nephews, your the neighborhood kids, your classroom kids, your grandkids, your stepkids, whatever. You as women, that motherhood gene lives in us, whether we carried a baby in our body or we didn't. And so I wanted you guys to see that. So I have something I want to tell you. I have done something a little bit brave, it may be crazy, and I have no idea how this is going to turn out. But for the very final installment of this series, I have asked my girls to write the last blog post for this series. Neither one of them are moms yet. Savannah's 23 and recently married, and Randy is about to launch and head off to college in just a few short weeks. So I've asked her and Savannah to write this blog post, and I gave them very few parameters. I basically told them, I want you girls to write this blog post and tell me what your vision and what your version of and perspective of motherhood is. So talk about being vulnerable. This could backfire on me. I don't know. These girls may surprise me, because I told them I was not going to edit anything. I was not going to read it until I go to post it. So essentially, they have shared it with me. I have copied it and I have pasted it and put it up on the website. I have really no idea until they are complete with it what it's going to look like. So I want you guys to join me as we read the final blog post for our Motherhood Unfiltered series. And I hope throughout this series that more than anything, you guys have felt that you are loved, you are seen, you are honored, and most importantly, that you are not alone in this journey of motherhood. And if you ever feel like you are, or that you are not any of those things, please reach out to me. You can always get a hold of me through my website, social media channels. Please reach out to me, and I will walk with you through any season that you're in. And so thank you for joining me on this journey. Thank you for allowing me to be very vulnerable in a very public way, which is super out of my box. Thank you for celebrating the people in your life and helping me to spoil a few moms along the way. I really do appreciate it. It truly means the world to me, you guys. So thank you. Thank you so much for this. Happy Mother's Day to all of you incredible women out there. I love you all very much.